Entrepreneurs, let's talk grants. I get people all the time who are always asking me, do I understand and do I do grant writing? And let me be clear, I've done it. I've done it successfully. My niche started with nonprofits, so I understand how to help people get their 501c3, how to make sure that their records are kept up, how to report to a board of directors, all of that. What I want people to understand, especially what I want entrepreneurs to understand, there is nothing in here free. Nothing in this world free. Number one, if you're an entrepreneur and you are looking for money to help you with your business, that is going to be a loan and not necessarily a grant. But let me tell you something about grants. A lot of times when I'm talking to people, I've heard people get mad or say, I don't give to Goodwill because they turn around and they sell it, and sometimes those prices are too high. Did you know that even Goodwill, which is a nonprofit, that whenever they qualify for grants, they have to have money? Grants do what they'll have is that they will require several nonprofits to get together and to work together because they have to come up with money. They call it in-kind donation or matching funds. So every person that gets a grant, every organization that gets grants, they have to bring something to the table. One of the reasons it's so hard to get grants is because they want thorough explanations. They want to know that your plan is well thought out. They want to know that you have a system for collecting money. They're going to ask for bank accounts. They're going to ask for documentation. They're going to go through everything with a fine-tooth comb because philanthropists and people who give money to organizations and to causes want to make sure that those causes are set up appropriately and able to conduct the business that it boasts about. There are not many grants that will give you money to help you make money. And even with those, you will have to have an investment. Because what every philanthropist knows and anybody who invests into anyone else is that if you do not have any skin in the game, if you have not sacrificed anything, you will walk away at the first sign of trouble. And being in business for yourself, you're going to have trouble. If you are not prepared for trouble, if you do not have a business plan, you do not even have a foundation so that when things go wrong, and they will, and by going wrong, let me stop you too, and let me make sure I address all my holy rollers. I'm not speaking anything on you. But if you've ever tried to build anything, whether you tried to build a marriage, a man, a business, a child, you're going to have some ups and downs. And if all you kept planned for is for everything to go smooth, that's not a plan. You do not need a plan for everything to go just with no problems. Plans are specific for when you hit a bump in the road. I don't care how well the business is. I don't care who the person that you're talking to. You're going to run into that client or that person who does not want to pay their bill. It happens. You can talk to people, y'all connect, you think it's a great person, and next thing you know, you've been talking to the representative, and the real person is somebody who does not pay their bills. Now you're out of product or service or time, and you have not been able to collect. That's a problem gone wrong. How do you handle it? That's why it's important that you really count up the costs. Go check out that video. It's important that you understand, and it's important that you have a business strategy and a business plan. Because if you do not have a plan, you have a plan to fail. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. If I did not help and did not coach and did not see this all the time, I would not be able to say it and say it as confidently as I am saying it. Remember, stop looking for free rides. There is nothing out here free, entrepreneurs. And whether you realize it or not, you have a lot more in your hand than you know. So go through, go back, do the work. We're going to keep talking about money management, but I wanted to make sure I shared that information with you about grants. There is not anybody out here with just money to burn. The reason people have money is because they manage it, and they manage it well, and they invest in people who are good ground, not somebody looking for a free ride to something that they haven't even invested in themselves. Think about an entrepreneur. If it's not good enough, if it's not worth your sacrifice, why would you want to waste somebody else's? It's been your girl, the Queen Bee, because I want to see you do and understand business so much better. Bye-bye.